It's your boys coming to you. You heard me from the bottom. We have our special guest today, Mr. DeAndre Wilson, entrepreneur. You heard me. Coming to y'all all the way from Evansville, Indiana. You heard me. We have him here with us, and I want you to get a listeners a little bit, a little short story about yourself.
Cool, man. Hey, thanks for having me on here. Thanks for taking the time to do this. I'm gonna share everything with the listeners, and you feel free to ask me whatever you need to know or care or want to know. I'm an open book. Just go ahead and ask. But yeah, I'm from Evansville, Indiana. Entrepreneur. For those that have never heard of Evansville, it's cool. We're like at the bottom of Indiana, real close into Kentucky.
Oh, real close. So how close
Yeah.
are you to Gary?
So Gary is like that's at the top of the state. So I'd probably say like 8 hours.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's way up there. Close. Yeah, it's way up there.
Yeah, I have a father-in-law from up there.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So I kind of know a little bit something. But
A
yeah,
little
I'm
bit,
sorry I didn't mean to
yeah.
cut you out. A
No,
little
you're
bit,
good.
yeah.
You're good. No, we gotta let the listeners know exactly where we're at on the map here, because a lot of people look at me like, "What is an Evansville?" And I gotta
Yeah,
explain
exactly.
it. Yes, I either gotta
Okay.
talk about basketball or Larry Bird or
Mm-hmm.
NASCAR. I don't know, but yeah, I'm an entrepreneur here in Evansville, Indiana. I have two businesses. The first one is a Turntable LLC. It's a catering business my brother and I came up with. And the second business is
Okay.
the Keep Rolling campaign. And the Keep Rolling
Okay.
campaign is the platform, the fundraising platform where I roll a 230-pound tractor tire around the city of
Mm-hmm.
Evansville to raise awareness for cancer, fitness, and a community conversation. Those are my three core objectives. And
Okay.
man, on this entrepreneurial journey, I gotta tell you, it's been wild.
It's been
Uh,
well.
it's been wild, man. And I tell you, um, something that I didn't know about that I had to learn on my own is that the
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurial journey is a dark path. Um,
Why you saying that? It, and touch bases on that would mean dark path.
what I mean by that is you will go through some things on your own by yourself, and a lot of people cannot relate, will not understand.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone through that where it's like, man, does anyone out there understand what I'm going through? And there are entrepreneurs out there that get it. Yes, our journeys
Mm-hmm.
are different, but there is some overlap where it repeats and people can relate. But on this journey, I was like, man, does anybody out here feel where I'm coming from, and
Yeah.
who out there can I call on? And I've got like a good circle of people that can help me with that. But for the entrepreneurs out there that are listening who are getting ready to go on this journey, understand it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard,
Yeah.
especially things that I do. I like to challenge myself to be an innovator and a change maker. So both of
Yeah.
my businesses are different right out the gate. So like the catering business, our cuisine is American cuisine with an international twist. So we're
Mm-hmm.
already coming at the situation different.
Yeah.
And being in Evansville, Evansville's used to steak and potatoes and fried chicken, burgers and wings and pizza. So
Uh-huh.
you come out anything different, you're like, whoa. And then you see a tractor tire rolling down the street, and you can't even see me behind it. That's how
Like,
tall it is compared to
damn.
me. I'm 5'10", so you
Yeah.
can't see me behind it, and that's different. And I've caused with both of my businesses, I've caused so much disruption, and so that's another
Mm-hmm.
thing that I challenge entrepreneurs to be respectfully disruptive in their process. You don't want to be arrogant, in what you're
Yeah.
doing, but at the same
Yeah.
time, you got to knock down some walls.
I want to
And
be
so,
confident. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, it's oh man, be disruptive in what you're doing, and make noise and really get out of your comfort zone. I mean, I love being an entrepreneur.
Mm.
I follow, yeah, man.
Do you follow as an entrepreneur? Because my guy Cal, who you been touching bases with, he couldn't make it
Yeah,
today. Shout out to Cal, but that's well, one of the things that he says is he likes to listen to other, entrepreneurs who made it, because he's an entrepreneur, himself. We have
yeah,
this, which is, it's fun for us to do, but we take it as an entrepreneur, course. And with that being said, it's like, let's listen to what other people said. And some of
absolutely.
the, yeah, and one of the things it says, the first thing you said, is that you to be in a dark place like you're by yourself. Like, who can I call on? You know,
Yeah,
and I mean to inspire in a correct way. It takes that not arrogant but confident
yeah,
disruption.
absolutely,
It just like you
absolutely.
said.
It does. It does. It really does. And here in Evansville. It's 82% white Caucasian. So any
Oh
noise,
yeah.
yeah. So any noise I make, it's
Mm-hmm.
like whoa, okay, who is this guy coming out of nowhere, coming out of the wood with these ideas? And that's something else entrepreneurs we gotta understand is like we can't always share our ideas
Mm-hmm.
because they're big ideas, and we just got to do the work. We just got to do it.
Do the
We gotta
work.
we gotta stay focused. That's why I say I listen to entrepreneurs myself, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like you can like kind of like live through them and see yourself through them. It gives you motivation.
Exactly. Yeah. That's true. While you saying that, I want to shout out Pops and Mops, because that's his janitorial business. So, you know,
Yeah,
like I said, he's
hustling.
one of those, yeah, hustling. Making it happen, and that right there
Mm-hmm.
just an inspiration and all, man. And so I want to take it to first the catering business. Like,
Yeah.
what is it that you guys specialize in? Is it the
Um,
typical Evansville food?
Absolutely not. So we specialize in whatever you're gonna pay for.
Oh, so you whooping
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. So
Okay.
what do you so when I meet with a client, I sit down and I pull out, I don't know, our portfolio on Instagram and some other pictures that I've taken over the time. And I'm like, hey, what do you want? What do you want to try? What do you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Diversify your palate. Let's talk about some good flavor profiles, because Jeff, he's the head chef. He likes to be challenged in the kitchen, so he does a lot of great things, and so I always try to steer the customer to picking some good things on our
Mm-hmm.
Instagram page. It is a bit of a struggle because people like what they like, and a lot of times that is um, just fried chicken or baked chicken or some basic slider. I'm like, come on
Yeah.
now. Come on now. We need to do some things here. We need to really get out there. So, but no, that's my first, that's my firstborn business. And I cherish it to this day. We learned a lot through building Turntable, though, because really Turntable, that was a 5-year process, and we really broke that thing down. I mean, we built a business plan. We were in college. We did market research. We gave away free food to understand what the market would want us to do or want us to serve. We traveled to see what other chefs are doing in bigger cities. I mean, we did all kinds of things to build that company.
That's the hard work right there, man. I mean, I commend you on that, bro. Because 5-year plan, that's I understand, man. As like say if we trade on the music perspective, I have a song now that it took 2 years. I wrote a verse, like four
Yeah.
bars, and it took me like 2 years to finish the song. And I'm like, why it took me so long? But after I finished it, I'm like, well, I understand that. So you saying
Yeah.
it took time, it took trial and error.
It
You
did.
know,
It did.
yeah. That's
Man,
the
it
fun. That's
did.
the beauty of it. I feel that's the beauty of it. You know, to be able to
Yeah.
sit down and be like, man, that don't taste right, man. Let me fix that. Boop, boop, boop,
Mm-hmm.
boop. You want to mix it
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I can understand that. What are some what's been the best place that you guys have been to, like you said, as you travel, gave
Mm-hmm.
out free
Mm-hmm.
food, for you to take note from, or for you
I
to
I
pick up
can't
game from?
I can't speak for Jeff on that one, but for me it was San Antonio.
San
San
Antonio.
San Antonio, Texas. But I was out there with my pad and pen, jotting down. Okay, I see what they're doing. I like that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Evansville doesn't have that. I like that. Okay, we're gonna bring that back. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to this chef on when they got some free time. So I really value what I just saw. I'm gonna do that. So for me, it was San Antonio.
San Antonio. Okay, okay. Man, I haven't been, but I can imagine how the ribs would be down there.
Oh my god. Man, San Antonio, man, the culture, the atmosphere, the nightlife, the people walking down the street that look like you and I. I mean, I just man, San Antonio's where it was at, and the food from the ribs to the specialty pizzas to the
Mm,
to the cured meats and no,
mm,
what was dope was they had the street vendors. And so
mm.
you got old ladies with a grill getting down back there.
Old ladies, huh?
Yes, it's like somebody's auntie and grandma down there getting busy with the grill,
Yeah.
man. And
Oh,
that and that,
slapping
and
the
that
barbecue. Huh?
but here's the thing, bro. They would be doing it
Uh-huh.
at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, making bread. I'm like,
Are you
this is
serious?
culture. It's man
That's
getting to it.
it's into it, man. That's the hustle. I mean, yo, that's I mean, to see ours, you know, to see us do that.
Yeah,
I mean, we're in Seattle, and out here is, man, it's so diverse, man. It's diversity. It's like literally just international,
I love it, man. I
international
love
up
it.
here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. So I told my partner, I said, look, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when I go in different places, it's always, I mean, what we do is just a culture ourselves. We see somebody like us, we get happy.
Absolutely,
We
every
get
time,
happy every time. I
every
mean,
time.
you wouldn't know this person from Adam or Eve, but you just like, what's up, man?
What's
How you
up?
doing, bro?
You look
Exactly. And
automatically. You look like me. What's up? What you doing?
what's up? What you doing?
Off
You feel
top.
like
Yeah,
family. Yeah. You like,
yeah,
man, come to the barbecue, you heard me?
yeah.
Oh man. So now I got a question with that
Mm-hmm.
being said, as you do push the tire around, now mind
Yeah,
y'all, this 230 pounds. Just want to remind
yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
Who do you get more of a response from? Not trying to make this out of a race thing, but who would you get more of a response from?
I mean, so understand you can't have the good without the bad.
That's true.
And I'm gonna talk about the positive side and the negative side. So I get a positive response from women all the time. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's a given. You know, that's
Yeah.
good attention. Um, because I because I raise money.
Yeah.
People are like handing me dollar bills out the car window, or if I'm like resting, they'll run up and give me $1 or something and tell me, keep doing your thing. I mean, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and I also get support from the community. So I'm rolling around the neighborhood, and someone will come off their porch and help me roll it. We're talking about some really deep personal things they're going through, so that's positive. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but on the negative side of it is I have been stopped by the police for rolling the tire, and that lets me know here in America we've got so much growing to do
Mm-hmm.
if I'm getting stopped for rolling a tire on the side of the street or on the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
causing no harm, no damage,
Anything.
headphones in, getting to it.
Get into it.
And it kind of opened my eyes. Is my second and third encounter, I had to smarten up because see the first encounter, I told the officer the truth. I wanted to speak. And I was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. He
Mm-hmm.
wasn't believing it, wasn't having it whatsoever. And in that moment, I knew I needed to smarten up. So for the second and my third encounters, even though those officers were still disrespectful, only thing I told them was, "Oh, I'm just training for CrossFit." And
Mm-hmm.
they left me alone after that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, left me alone after that. So I could have told them the truth, and I wanted to tell them the truth, but I knew from the first encounter that they wouldn't have believed the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's too complex for them to think that a man of color could be doing all these great things because of this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to smarten up for the first for that second and third encounter. I was like, yeah, I'm just training for CrossFit, and
Mm-hmm.
left me alone after that. So that's another thing too. The entrepreneurs who are African American listening, you learn how to move.
Yeah.
Learn how to move.
Move the smart way.
Move the
Now,
smart way.
as you saying, you were telling them the truth. There is a story behind the will. Do
Yeah,
you mind sharing with us that story?
absolutely, absolutely. So my father rolled the exact same tire
Yeah.
while he was battling stage 4 liver cancer and colon cancer.
Mm-hmm.
However, he was able to beat the colon cancer, but in the liver, it was so far gone. The liver controls a lot, you know,
Yeah.
and being that it was stage 4, you just couldn't do anything. But when he would get done with chemo, he'd come home, eat, get his tire, and he'd take off going around the city of Evansville with it. And I would get, text messages and phone calls saying, yo, Dre, we saw your dad and we love what he's doing. And
Mm-hmm.
I appreciated hearing that. And he enjoyed it because, he knew that he was going to leave this earth, but see, he refused to go without a fight.
Yeah.
And a lot of entrepreneurs, we got to keep that energy in mind. We love our ideas, we want to see our ideas through, and we got to fight for them
Mm-hmm.
because we have that passion and we have that vision. So my dad was rolling the tire, he was happy, and to me, that's all that matters. As long as he was happy and he
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Lost him 5 years ago,
Okay.
and I got I got all his belongings, and I had the tire. And at
Mm-hmm.
this point, I weighed 240 pounds, wasn't where I wanted to be. Uh, Unfortunately, Jeff and I had lost turntable. I was like, man, I got to figure out what I'm gonna do. I got to get my mental health right, my physical health right. And I remember my dad. I can still, hear his voice. And I remember him saying that the tire is a full body workout,
Mm-hmm.
and I can still hear that. And one night I got the tire out and just started rolling it. And I can tell you that process is difficult because I was dropping it on myself, and then I would just drop it, period.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just trying to figure out how he did it and the physics behind it. And it just like I couldn't process information because I'm like, my father was literally dying and still got up and had the muscle and the courage to roll the tire. What the heck am I doing wrong? So it took me all of 5 months to master it, rolling the tire at night, being by myself, being at one with the tire.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I mastered it, man, I took off around Evansville, being defiant, being disruptive, because some of the old heads in my neighborhood was telling me that the police tried to even get my dad to stop rolling the tire. So I was like, yeah, we just gonna keep doing this. So
We just gonna
being
keep going.
defiant, keep going, make things happen, and here we are today.
Here we are today, man. That's cool. And I like the phrase that now was that on did he put Cancer Sucks on there, or was it you?
He had Cancer Sucks on one side,
Sorry.
and on the other side was some graffiti. But being but in the when I first got the tire, I was careless with it, so I left it outside. And during the rain and the snow, the letters he had on it began to on one side wear off, and on the other side completely disappear. And you check my social media here recently, I had Cancer Sucks on one side touched up, and then I had it added to the other side. So it's officially on both sides, and it's actually helpful because when people take my picture, I would have to spin the tire around to get the Cancer Sucks in it, but now I don't worry about that no more. So that's
on
good.
both sides.
Yeah.
Man, I want to send on my condolences, man, because I know how you feel. I lost my mom to breast cancer about almost 4 years ago, and that journey was it's different. I
It
mean,
is. It
it's
is.
it's different, and to be able to get over humps,
Yeah.
uh, to move on. It does mess with your mental.
It
I don't care
does.
how strong a person is, but when you lose that special one, man, I
Yeah.
mean, it messes. It keeps you from doing what you can do, and I can
Absolutely.
remember my mama always telling me, "I'll be all right." I won't be here suffering no more. I just want you to keep
Yes.
moving, and yeah, man. But I commend you, man. Like for real, on continuing,
Yeah.
to be strong and to do that, man. I mean, 230 pounds. I was
Yeah.
in a weight room a couple weeks ago. Man, I went to put up the ball in like 210s. I'm like, ooh, let
Ah!
me drop that back down for a second. So I was like, oh man, that's extremely, man. Like that's what's up, man.
And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And the one thing that got on my nerves through it, through when I lost my father, I don't know if you experience this, but people always try to tell you how to feel.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, that is so disrespectful. You cannot tell me how I'm supposed to feel. I need to go through the motions. I will figure it out eventually, no matter how long it takes. I will get there. And I
Mm-hmm.
did. But yeah, man, along the journey,
Mm-hmm.
people would tell me how I'm supposed to feel and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I don't need none of that right now. You need to leave me all the way
Yeah,
alone. Let me
exactly. And
let me
that's
figure it out.
let me feel what I feel. Let
Yeah.
me feel the emotion so I can overcome the emotion.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's it's crazy you say that because I actually as she before she even died, I was writing a song, and right when she died, I ended up putting that in the song. People trying to tell me how to feel. I'm like, can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
this is my pain. I am
Mm-hmm.
in pain, so let me, because it didn't hurt until she was there, and
Yeah.
man, just to get through that, man. But hey, man, that right there, that's inspiration for those who are either going through it, or
Yeah.
will experience it, because
Yeah. Yeah. I want to
now,
make sure that's known.
yeah, that's real. No, now, again with the tire, man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that the positivity and the story behind it, do you feel that was more inspiring than any bad?
Oh, absolutely. I do feel like that's
Mm-hmm.
inspiring. I feel like that the story of continuing his legacy,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that is what's driving people to support me even more, father like son.
Father like
And
son.
so people are backing me. And now I've thrown in the element of using the tire to raise money for nonprofits.
Mm-hmm.
So now that's even piqued more interest.
Yeah.
So the support is there. It comes in spurts, or it's slow coming, but it is there. I've been blessed to be in a few magazines here in Evansville and on TV.
Superstar.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's good.
It's to that level. I do enjoy it. So the support is there. But like I said, you can't have the good without the bad, though. So
Yeah, that that is true, man. Now I do have a question, bro. Have you ever
yeah,
met or have you ever had teriyaki chicken?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Teriyaki. So would y'all do like a Seattle based teriyaki or just plain out just teriyaki?
I mean, I think Jeff would be up for the challenge. I think he would. I think
Nice.
he'd do both just to kind of show his skill and then let you decide which one you like.
And uh, do you guys do festivals? Like different
So
festivals
so
on the loop?
that's so that's how we actually really got into the game. Was we was
Oh.
doing all the community festivals. I mean, our biggest one that we did was just two of them. It's called the Jazz and Wine Festival and Parks Fest. And Parks Fest is when you just have a ton of different artists and different genres performing literally all day to all
Mm-hmm.
night. So excuse me. So we was there. The Parks Fest we was there for all of 10 hours.
All of serving that good, that delicious.
Oh, we did. And we had what did we do that day? We did Cuban sandwiches.
Cuban sandwiches? Mm.
Oh, it was fire. We
Mm.
did we did a watermelon and pineapple salad with some
Wait,
red onions. What's up?
yo, yo,
What's up?
yo. Wait, go ahead. Say that again. Say that
Yeah,
again. Wait, what?
we did watermelon salad. It had pineapples, red onions, basil,
Mm.
and something else. Can't remember.
Uh-huh.
But
Man,
yeah,
that sound all but delicious. You heard me?
it was so fresh,
Yeah.
so fresh.
Oh man, I never heard of that. Someone put in coleslaw. Someone put apples. I thought it was different, but
Yeah,
when I
it's
ate it, I'm
different.
like, yeah, I'm like, yo, that's good.
That fresh, hey, look, freshness goes a long way.
Uh-huh. Oh
Yeah.
man, that's true, man. So so from this, is there any would you introduce the tire to like, let me see, how can I put it? If you were given an offer to use the tire as like a CrossFit, like you, I mean, like you said earlier, would you use that in a class?
I mean, so here's the cool thing. So there's a local
Mhm.
gym here in Evansville that I work for.
Okay.
And before I decided to just start working there, I was also sponsored by them. And the owner said that once we start doing the boot camp classes outside, I can incorporate the tire workout, the tire into the workouts. So I will do that for the gym that has been looking out for me and taking care of me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to cross over into CrossFit training. I'm not going to do all that. I've watched some CrossFit documentaries on Netflix. I respect them greatly, but
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to make the crossover like that. I'm not doing it. They can get a tire
Yeah.
themselves. They don't need me. They can do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So yeah, another question.
Mm-hmm.
As of now, we are in it, as in right now today, the last
Mm-hmm.
couple of months, it has been rough. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
as an entrepreneur, I mean, a lot has been going on, to say that, support your local black businesses is, and
Absolutely.
and that right there, it's amazing because it gives those, those local black businesses the recognition that they should have been
Yeah.
having.
Mm-hmm.
um and with that being said, like how do you feel, um I'm sorry, because
No,
but
you're good. You're good. You're
how do you
good.
how do you feel that, is it a good step, good move? Because one of the things I do say, um is that there are all types of businesses, whether it's black and people trying to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Is Should people just automatically just go all the black owned businesses, or should it be to where it's a multicultural businesses? Um, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I feel you. Here's the thing. So where I live, there was this whole uproar of support black owned businesses. Some leaders even put together an app so all black owned businesses can have their own directory, their own hubs. People can
Mm-hmm.
download this app specifically, and it's only dedicated to black owned businesses. I thought that was dope. I thought that was amazing. The
Mm-hmm.
one thing that irritated me in the whole situation was because of what is going on in the media and in the world, not everyone all of a sudden wants to support black owned businesses just out of nowhere. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like we should have been supporting even ourselves the
Mm-hmm.
whole entire time, from the jump, from the beginning, and really been intentional about supporting,
Mm-hmm.
not just reacting just because of what's going on in the world. And so there's been a lot of interesting conversations. I'm kind of just sitting back and see how it all unfolds, because one of the things that black owned business owners don't think about is there's grant money, there is free money out there for us, but we're never told about it. So it sits there in these accounts, and like I said, we don't know about it, and then that money is used for something else and put towards something else, and we're at a disadvantage. So um, I've been speaking to that narrative a lot. I've been, the local leaders who know about grants and help grants filter into the city. There are grants out there for black owned businesses. That's in every state, every city. They are allocated for us, and we never asked for them because we didn't know. And I want
Mm-hmm.
that to be known. I'm saying it now. You have grants for your business. Go and start asking for them.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
we have to support ourselves first before we can ask another race to do it. And that's just my opinion.
yeah. I can see that. Now, do you feel before all of this, were there other races that supported black owned businesses more than black people?
Um, I, in my opinion, I think it's kind of been the same up until now, where it's been an uproar and it's all of a sudden increased.
Mm, makes sense. Kind of one of those. Now you jumping on a bandwagon. Been told you
Exactly.
about it. Yeah.
Exactly. We told you from the jump we were good at all of the businesses that we have, whether
Mm-hmm.
you fill in the blank, and now you want to jump on. Well, let me
Yeah.
tell you what, since you're about to try to jump on this bandwagon, go and find all the grants that was supposed to be for us that was shifted and used somewhere else. Go back and find that
Mm-hmm.
money to help us become sustainable, because it's out there. It is
Yeah.
out there for us.
Just have
Free
to do
money.
research. Mm-hmm.
Free money. You just gotta, like you said, do research, ask about it, and hold people accountable.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Yeah, me and the family, we went up to, there was a protest
Yeah.
by one of the police stations, and there were young kids who graduated 2017. Who was you were making good points, and I'm sitting there like, and that's true. Buddy Cal, he was saying the same thing. There's money out there, for us, but we need to
Yeah.
do research. If you
We need
don't
to.
know, yeah, and it's kind of like now you have Google. Google damn near
Yeah.
knows everything, and if you
Yeah.
actually do the research, you will
Yeah.
find out. I mean, and that's true, man.
Yeah.
Um,
So you could Google grants for Black-owned businesses in Seattle, or grants for Black-owned businesses in San Antonio.
mhm.
Change the state or local grants for Black-owned businesses. I mean, there's all kind of different ways you could phrase it, but you could do your research. You would also go to your local chamber of commerce, or your local score office, or your metropolitan department. Those are key places you could start
Mm-hmm.
and be able to connect some dots, figure it out. But yeah, we got to be on the front line asking, where's our money at?
Mm, gotcha. Hey,
Because
y'all heard
because
that,
they're
folks?
yeah, because banks are quick to hit us with a anywhere between a 4 to 6% interest rate. Where that free money at?
Yeah, exactly. I see it more in some communities. There, like here, there's always a rich, always a poor.
Yeah.
When you're in the neighborhood of the poor communities, those are the ones who may need a little bit more extra love. There's
Yeah.
always we can't we can't prosper because we don't have the proper funding, even when there
Mhm.
is the funding for us. You know,
Yes.
there is this building that they're two apartment complexes that they will build for millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So why can't we put up a playground or a community center that's only what, $500,000?
Half of that. Yeah.
Half of that, for
Absolutely.
the kids, because if we teach, because one things we always say, and I wish they would have taught us how to own, how to
Yes.
not be a consumer, but
Yes.
to be that person. This is my business, because it's a difference between this is my business or I work for this business. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a difference, and for kids to see that lets at a young age they grow up
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, what, this is mine. I'll set the rules, because at a certain point, like now, I'm 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 trying to get myself to where as I am that entrepreneur, because I'm starting to see, well, you have to do this. You have to do, I have to go to work at a certain time. So, I have to miss out on the children at a certain specific time of the day. And,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, nah, let me change this narrative. Let me
Yeah.
change this book, how it plays. And for, kids to see, especially in the Black community, man, for them to see
Yes.
people care that's just like them. They like, damn, I want to be just like him, so,
Mm-hmm.
I feel it comes into play when we have the funding and we're able to get that for a purpose, because if
Yeah.
it's free money, man, all this free money that they have around here, shoot.
Yes. There is free money. I don't care what they say. I've seen it. I've experienced. I've been in meetings about it. There is free money available for Black-owned businesses. It's time we get our money.
It's time we get our money. You damn shit. You straight on that, dog.
Yeah. Find a grant writer and have that grant
Mm-hmm.
writer. I mean, sure, they could be expensive because they're entrepreneurs too. They're consultants. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But look, the investment is there.
Yeah. Okay.
You put a team together and figure out, look, how we can uh, get a grant writer and make it happen. Because that's what's important, to have a grant writer write the grant for you.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Mm. Y'all hear that? Now he dropping knowledge. You heard me? Y'all get that on there. Get
Yeah,
on, man.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, all right, man. Now I do before we head out, y'all. Can you give our listeners? We'll have it in a link, but share your information, how they can get a hold if they want to, if they want to continue to read your story, follow up
yeah.
on you, get some of that delicious food. You heard me? Let them know.
Yeah. So everyone can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DeAndre D. Wilson or Facebook, LinkedIn, DeAndre Wilson. And the default picture is me standing next to the tire, so you can't miss it. YouTube channel is a Keep Rolling campaign, but I can tell you right now it's suffering greatly because I'm focusing on my developing my website of my official website, as well as I'm working on a documentary.
Smooth. I like that. I can't wait to see
And
that.
I'm putting the teaser out later this month. It's almost done. And let me tell you, making a documentary, I wanted to do it. It's a good idea. I'm glad I'm doing it, but man, I can't wait till it's over.
Yeah. A lot of work, huh?
Oh, it's a lot of work.
I bet, man. I bet. That's gonna be a real inspiration to others, you heard me? I can't wait till it come out.
I can't either. My show can't wait till it comes out.
Mhm. Okay, so normally on every show at the end, what we do is we'll do an inspirational quote followed
Yeah.
by the outro. Now, do you have an inspirational quote at all you want to share with anyone, or even just inspirational words?
I mean, I got two. Can I give you two?
Hey, you can give 10, 100. Go ahead.
Okay, so the first one is never say never, because when people was asking me if I'm ever going to roll the tire, I would tell them absolutely not. I'm never doing that. And look where we're at today. So never say never. That's the first one.
Mhm.
And then my second one is a quote that my mentor would always say, and she would always say, "If not you, then who?" And that right there helps me to continue to do the work that I do in the community, because if not me, then who's going to do it? And so that gives me a sense of purpose knowing that. So I'm gonna leave that with your listeners.
If not you, who? Ooh, I like that. um, we over here at From the Bottom we appreciate DeAndre for coming through, sharing his story, just giving us inspiration, and just him himself, him and himself, just to let y'all know, about Evansville, Indiana. So now you know, you
Yeah.
heard me.
Now you know. Now you
Now
know.
you know. Okay, so the outro, we have to have the guests do it because it sounds so much better. The outro is Callan J. A Day. Ka!
Colin J. A Day.
Yeah, ka!
So what? Where? How? Who came up with that?
It was me because honestly, it's funny
Uh huh.
because I just did it one day in the because we go by Cal and J, and
Yeah.
I just say A Day and Ka. It's initials for my mom,
Oh, okay.
KW.
Word.
So yeah,
Word.
so and we did it every episode, and I just found like, yo, that's you can hashtag it. It'll be up there.
You
It'll be
could.
on
You
there.
could.
Yeah.
You could
So
hashtag that.
it's
So
hashtag.
okay. Well. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. 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 Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Colin J. Ka. And what was the last
We know
part?
it's Callan J A Day.
Colin J.
Ka.
A Day. Okay.
Yeah.
Colin
Ka.
J. A Day. Ka. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Okay.
Oh man. All right, man. We appreciate you, man. So there you go, man. Much love.
Appreciate it. Much love, man.
All right, man. Be easy, man.
Do the same.